Colonel TP Tyagi is joining me live on the broadcast. Now, appreciate you joining me live on the telecast, Mr. Tyagi. At this point of time, we see that the Indian government's resolve and the first immediate response to the distress call of the Indian origin citizens in any nation that continues to engage into hostilities and in fact attacks from the crisis has been to safeguard their safety and bring them back. In a very welcome move, this is being also seen as the commitment by the government to ensure that all the students and the citizens remain safe, even though in fact this should be any government's first priority. But the students have come back home, and how do you look at this very move coming at this point of time, given that the Israel-Iran conflict has entered the 7th day and only continues to escalate further?
This is a very, very, very highly appreciable, inspirational, and very commendable move. And this is the way the citizens, they develop confidence in their government. And particularly the present government has done it repeatedly. They did it. I just take few later examples which you have also mentioned, from Yemen, from Afghanistan, from Ukraine. In all these three situations, our people were brought back in dangerous situations, in war-like situations. And similar thing has happened now, when about 1100, I think, students have come through Armenia. Now, Armenia is another country which is our friend. We are supplying defense equipment to them. They also helped us, and through them, we are getting our people back from Iran. The fight between Iran and Israel is very intense at the moment. Imagine Israel, a country which most of its action is now suffering so greatly that they could not have ever imagined the type of missiles which Iran is launching on them. Under these situations, when Iran is also being attacked extensively, so under this very tough war situation. It is not like a Iran-Iraq war which went on for 9 years. It is 5-6 days intense war. In that war-like situation, in that war situation, to bring back our people from a war-torn country, now this is something very creditable. It enforces our faith in the government, and the government deserves congratulations for it, badhai for it, thanks for it.
Well, Mr. Tyagi, in fact, as we also keep a very close lens on these developments that are being tracked from the point where the escalation is taking place, how do you view the latest statement by the US President Donald Trump? It seems to be now leaving both the nations in a state of confusion, as there is no anticipation of how the future of this escalation is going to look like, with more hostilities and strikes back and forth being reported.
Again, the President of United States, Donald Trump, he is known for changing his statements, and his letter and spirit are not consistent. Sometimes he says that, yes, I want to have a deal with Iran. Sometimes he says that the time is out. Now I cannot do anything. Iran wants to speak to me, but I don't have time for them. Then he again says, this is the last chance. I am preparing. And in fact, America was preparing, not now, since last more than 2 months, the type of deployment which you see in the Indian Ocean, in the Diego Garcia, where he has deployed his B-2 bombers, and also in the Mediterranean Sea, in the Middle East region. So America was doing all these things were being done by Pentagon. But Donald Trump has created such a situation, in such a confusion, that you cannot come to a straight point that what actually he wants to do. Now today, the latest is He says that now in the situation room, I am going to situation room once again, and in the morning there was a news that he has now asked his army to be ready for attack. Ready for attack, he's saying since last 3 days. Since last 3 days, there were news coming. All our ships and all our armies have been put on Bravo preparedness. Bravo preparedness means it is the Alpha preparedness, then the Bravo preparedness. Bravo preparedness means you are ready for attack. So you were ready for attack 48 hours earlier. Today morning, issuing such a statement that we are now asking our armies to be prepared for attack. Either you say that yes, now the attack will take place, or so Donald Trump's statements are not very clear. You cannot make out of it. But at the other side, Khomeini has given very few statements, but very meaningful statement. He said America should know, and America, I hope that they know that we are not going to surrender. Now, if they don't surrender, it means that the war is likely to be to continue. But then, if America intervenes between Israel and Iran, then Iran has said that we will attack all your military bases in Middle East. America has got more than 1.5 dozen military bases in Middle East, about 50,000 troops. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, the military bases of America do not have adequate air defense system, and the long range ballistic missiles of Iran are very lethal, and they can definitely harm them. And if that happens, then this war takes a bigger shape. Russia and China, which till now have not come forward openly, but they may join. North Korea has already said that yes, Tehran should not consider that she is alone. I am also with them, means North Korea is with them. So if that happens, then again, as it happened in World War I and in World War II, it will appear as if the globe is getting divided into Axis and allied powers, means in two different blocks. It may be divided, means again a new world war may start. So now it is $1 million question whether America intervenes or does not intervene. If it does not intervene, then it has got two options. One is that it may provide GBU 57 bomb, which is about 3 ton, 3.5 ton, and it may provide B-2 bomber which can carry it to demolish the Fordo nuclear base in Iran. And that is the main thing on which the entire thing now hinges, that we have to destroy the nuclear capability of Iran. How will you destroy? If you destroy their centrifuges, if you destroy their uranium, which they have already enriched. And that is at Fordo nuclear facility. And that can be destroyed only by GBU 57, and that too not by one, but by two, because the first may go
All
up
right,
to
Mr.
30.
Tyagi, Colonel TP Tyagi, thank you for being with us on the broadcast. Now, also have my other guest, esteemed guest, Major General Sudhakarji, joining me live on the broadcast. In fact, as we are also discussing the fine tunes of these developments coming from the Middle East, the questions remain large as the statement from the United States President Donald Trump is concerned. Donald Trump's cryptic threat amid the escalating Iran-Israel conflict has also signaled at a state of confusion, while he declined to reveal whether the United States would join Israel's military campaign targeting Iranian nuclear sites or not, and also issuing statements like nobody knows what I can do or what can be done. How do you look at these statements, completely in fact leaving both the nations at this point of time, or even the people who are looking at these developments with a magnifying glass with no clarity as the United States stand is concerned, rather than being sure and firm? This is what the statements are coming without any substantial understanding of how exactly the United States stand is going to be portrayed. Major General Sudhakarji.
Yeah, Simran, firstly, good morning, and I must compliment Newsx covering this particular development threadbare in a very professional manner, and you are doing your part in a absolutely enviable manner. And as regards the question which you have asked, you see, unfortunately, there are issues which are gaining momentum in the homeland of USA as on today. There are issues with regard to invocation of an act, that Alien Act of, I think, 1971 or something, by which the illegal migrants are being handcuffed. There has been riots in Los Angeles. Army has been called in, maybe perhaps for the first time, for such kind of job, much against the constitutional obligations and the parameters. So these are all very serious issues which are taking place. People who are in know-how of the constitutional obligations, they have started reflecting about impeachment of the president. People are talking. So these are the issues which are going on in the domestic constituency of America under these circumstances. Also, there are issues which have been either leaked or have come the open source media by none other than Tulsi Gabbard's name is coming.
Well, all right. In fact, Major General Sudhakar ji, thank you very much.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.